So as you know, today is December 31st, 2024. It is the last official day of 2024. A new year is upon us. A full revolution around the sun has been completed. Us humans like to call it New Year's Day. So obviously, a lot of cool things are happening in 2025, such as perhaps GTA 6 is coming out. I don't think it'll be delayed, but that's going to be probably the biggest launch in video game history. Also, the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is coming out, so that's very, very nice. In terms of movies, I really don't know what comes out. I don't really keep up with the film stuff that much. Obviously, Sonic 3 came out. That was really cool. But in terms of video games, a lot of people are very excited for the new Onimusha, and I think it's cool too. Oh, Sonic is so slow. Come on. And obviously, the new Virtua Fighter looks very exciting too. I don't think that'll come out next year, maybe 2026 or 7 for that game. We have Season 2 of Season 2 of Tekken 8, which will have Anna Williams most likely, and hopefully, if I get my way, Christy, which I don't think they'll do it, but here's looking out. You know, we need 2 capoeira characters. Lucky Chloe does not count. She was a break dancer. And then we'll have Season 3 of Street Fighter 6, which I don't know who's going to be included in Season 3 of Street Fighter 6, but I hope Sakura or maybe Dudley is in there. Or maybe Balrog, I don't know. Anyway, Mai Shiranui and Elena are coming out of Street Fighter 6, so that's exciting. And, you know, I'm hoping to become at least one of the better Elena players, because Elena is one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter history. She's a really cool character, and I cannot wait to see how they've implemented her. I hope the healing will be alright. So obviously this is Sonic X Shadow Generations. This is a really, really cool game. I'm having a lot of fun with this. So I'm planning on maybe trying to clear some of my, at least most of my backlog. There's still a lot of games I haven't played yet, such as Gravity Rush 2. I have Anna Mutation that I haven't played yet. Also, I want to play Devil May Cry 5 because I have not played that game yet. I have played DMC 1 through 4. I have not played the reboot, and I don't think I will, to be honest. Maybe I'll check it out. But I have not played DMC 5 yet. I own the PS5 version, as I mentioned earlier. I just have not played it yet. But I also want to play some of the Lego games that I have. Just the superhero ones, though, I think, because I'm a huge fan of superheroes. So I'll finally play through those, hopefully. I'm trying to think about what other games I would like to play through this year that I have in my backlog. Maybe that's about it. But yes. So that's about it in terms of looking forward to next year. Just a lot of fighting game stuff. I don't know what Sonic stuff we'll get, but it'll be exciting to see what it could be, potentially. This is a really cool game. I was going to write out a script for this game and kind of give my thoughts on it, which I still might do, I don't know. Now, for Devil May Cry 4, that was the first video that I ever actually wrote out in advance. Like, I scripted it and everything, and I was quite happy with it. Of course, and my microphone quality isn't the greatest in the world, but I'm a firm believer in working with what you have. Look at these uncompleted challenges. There's so much stuff to do in this game, which is good. There's Metal Sonic. Say hi, Amy. Let's get a good look at Amy. There you go. Say hi, Amy. We'll play Chemical Plant. We'll play a couple of levels for Sonic. We'll play a couple of levels for Shadow, because I love Shadow's gameplay. He's so cool. Shadow's so cool. But yes, Keanu Reeves is also in the movie DLC, so that's exciting. I always love hearing Keanu. Keanu's my favorite actor, by the way. Admittedly, I'm not a big movie guy, but I will sit there and watch any movie that Keanu Reeves has been in, even if it's not that good. Because to be honest, Keanu does not exactly have the best track record in the world amongst actors. He's got The Matrix, and that's awesome. He's got like Bill and Ted. He's most enough The Matrix. That's like his big thing. And then, of course, John Wick is what he's mostly known for now. He was Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk, and now he's Shadow the Hedgehog, at least in the movies. And I'm happy for Keanu. You know, I always love seeing how successful Keanu has become, and he deserves it, because, you know, Keanu, he might not be the best actor ever, but he's definitely my favorite, and that's worth something. Oh, I can't believe I hate that. But anyway, so for those who might be following my channel, you might know that I am a big trophy hunter. And I have currently 93 platinums, and I plan on retiring once I get to, I tried to grab that thing, there we go. I plan on retiring once I get to 100, and I have a handful of platinums lined up. Like my next platinum will be RoboCop Rogue City, and then I have the Spyro Reignited trilogy. I think Cyberpunk might be my 100th. I don't know, I haven't thought about it that much. But I was jokingly going to try to platinum DMC 5, but that game is so notoriously difficult that I just said I'm not even going to bother with it. But, yeah, speaking of Devil May Cry, I forgot to mention earlier, back in October and November, I can't believe I missed that, I actually was playing through the DMC games. And I loved 3. 1 was alright. 1 was pretty cool. 2, I think the less we speak about that game, the better off we'll be. But DMC 4 was alright. So that's nice. I finally played through some of my backlog. But I guess we'll talk more about Sonic X Shadow Generations. This game is so cool. This is one of my favorite Sonic games. The Shadow campaign has a lot to do with it. I'm glad they didn't just remaster Generations, because Generations is one of the better 3D Sonic games. I'm a big fan of Colors. I think that game's cool. I know a lot of people might not be a big fan of the Wisp system, but I thought it was cool. But I really love Shadow's section. It makes this game absolutely worth it. If they were just charging for like a remaster of Sonic Generations just as it was, obviously it runs a little smoother, it looks a little better. I don't think it would have been worth $50, but adding all the new Shadow content absolutely is a great deal. And plus, they're trying to get as much as they can out of Shadow now that the 3rd movie's coming out. So, you know, I think the Sonic franchise is in good hands for now. I also love Chemical Plant Zone, one of the greatest stages in video game history. It's up there with Green Hill Zone. Of course, Sonic 2 is just so iconic as it is. See if I can just ignore all this stuff. I cannot. Okay, destroy those guys. I'm sure I could if I had like enough speed. This game is so cool. My favorite stage is probably this Speedway one from Sonic, I think, Adventure. I'm sure what it's called. Here's the boss fight. This one, Speed Highway. This one's really cool. Oh, there's Cream. Say hi, Cream. What do you know? There are some rockets you can get on after you get off, Mr. Sonic. How cool. And then, of course, we have City Escape, Sonic Adventure 2. Here's Rouge. Hi, Rouge. Remember, Rogue is spelled R-O-G-U-E. That's Rouge. Don't get Rogue and Rouge mixed up, please. Seaside Hill, I think that's from... which one's from Sonic 06? Yeah, Sonic 06 representation. Crisis City. Yeah, Sonic 06 representation. Here's Blaze. Blaze is a cool character. But yeah, I love seeing the stages from Sonic games of past, like Rooftop Run. This is Planet Wisp, obviously from Sonic Colors, which, as I said earlier, is a really cool game. And then we get into boss territory. This is the final boss, the big baddie, Robotnik. Robotnik isn't the final boss, though. He's the penultimate boss, the second to last. Let's do Speed Highway, because that stage is cool. Oh, this little hedgehog can move, can't he? There's also Classic Sonic, I forgot to mention. Yeah, there's Classic Sonic. Yeah. I'm more of a fan of the modern Sonic stages. I just think that they're more fun, cooler designs. I like Classic Sonic, though. Obviously, I, played Sonic Mania and Sonic Origins. I even emulated the Genesis copies of these games, too. Also, there was the Sega Genesis collection that was released a few years ago, which I think is actually being delisted, which is a shame, really, but I guess there's no reason to play them if you're looking just for Sonic games. This is a cool stage, though. I always love city stages. I also love the rain effects that Shadow has in his sections. Oh, yes. How nice. Lightspeed Dash. Very cool. See, this stage is just awesome. I love the city stuff. Really cool. We're going up now. Destroy that guy. Missed that jump completely. But, I'm trying to think about other things that for next year. I guess I'll just give some advice because I'm pretty decent at doing that. My big thing for this year is obviously just don't be so hard on yourself, Like, it's easy to fall into traps where you begin just thinking that everything is just terrible and it's never going to get any better. And as somebody who's had previous struggles with stuff like that, I've learned to just, take it easy, Everybody's going to make mistakes. Everybody's going to have some sort of regret. And that's just a natural part of life. Oh, Sonic's wanted. Watch out, Sonic. And it's just a natural part of life, So just try not to beat yourself up so much about it. I also think it's very, very important to be honest with yourself, to be fully transparent, to recognize faults that you have. 'Cause all of us humans are just inherently flawed. Perfection is impossible. That's one thing. Except maybe if you're speedrunning Super Mario Brothers and you're like literally 20 frames away from perfection in that case. But then again, that came with years and years of practice and thousands of hours. So it's like with anything, if you practice it long enough, you can get there. And it's also true with life. There's going to be a lot of obstacles in the way. It's like the milk can quote, when pain comes along, just go with the flow, don't turn your back to your problems, just give it a go. We all are going to stumble in life. Oh, that's an invisible wall. It's like this, we're all going to make mistakes, but sometimes you just have to turn around and just try it again. Hello, Sonic. You're getting caught in this little ramp here. I know this is kind of cliche advice, but it's still true, nonetheless, right? Especially for me, I just want to sort of understand that everything has a process, right? You're not going to be able to do everything immediately. Sometimes things just take time. That was a pretty good run, actually. S rank. Now let's go to Shadows, because his stuff is really, really cool. I'm also trying to be a little bit more casual this time. I'm just narrating over gameplay. I'm improvising. This is not scripted. It's not written in advance. It's simply just whatever comes to the top of my head. And I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. Mostly just clearing my backlog. That's the big thing that I want to try to do. Shadow the Hedgehog. Here he is. This section's cool. I love that Shadow has like this little overworld section, and it's just like this big open space. Of course, it expands the further you progress through Shadow's story. It's just cool. Like Shadow himself. I even have like little Sonic figurines in my room, and I have one of Shadow that I got like 2 weeks ago. It's pretty cool. It's like one of the little 2-inch ones made by Jakks Pacific. Alright, but yeah, there are actual levels, and you can fast travel. As I said, I like this overworld section. I like it a lot. It's really cool. You can just kind of get lost just exploring around and hitting all these obstacles and hitting the bumpers and the dash rings. It's cool. And of course, you get to look at Shadow and his wonderful running animation with the air shoes. Very cool. My only thing about Shadow is that his levels are kind of long. Like for Sonic, his levels aren't very long, but for Shadow, they average like 5 to 6 minutes, which is good because it means more gameplay. And I'm glad that Shadow's stuff was roughly the same length as Sonic's. That's nice. Also, you have the movie DLC here, which I guess I'll play through that one. Which one did I really like? Shadow's got cool stages. Sunset Heights, this one's cool. I didn't play any classic Sonic stages, I just realized. But whatever, this is Sunset Heights. Shadow has 2 acts in each one of his campaigns, or his zones. I mean, look at this, really cool. Of course, Shadow's kind of looks fancy and stuff. It definitely looks better than Sonic's, but of course, you know, the Sonic stuff is just a remaster of the original generations, so that's nice. So, I love the rain effects too. Some of the levels have rain effects, it looks really nice. Come on, Shadow. He has chaos powers, so I can slow down time and whatnot. Let's go, Shadow. I also would like to play the Tokyo Act just because you get to your Keanu Reeves. That's awesome, you know. Look at that guy go. Look at this hedgehog. He's got attitude. At least he doesn't have any firearms in this game. So Shadow isn't quite the way he used to be, which I think it's insane that they gave that to Shadow in the first place. I guess they wanted to show off his attitude, and that Shadow is a very bitter individual. But I guess it makes sense because the whole Maria thing. Hello, watch out. He is the ultimate life form, what can I say? This is just awesome. You get a great look at Shadow too. I'm using my Chaos Control to get through this entire section. Shadow is basically moving so fast that time slows down around him. Look at that, this guy didn't even see me. Run all the way through that section, didn't even see me. Except this guy's gonna have to see me. But I guess that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, there's multiple dudes up here, at least 3. Oh, I got hit. Well, what do you know? I think this is the first time I've gotten hit by an enemy this entire time. Watch out, dudes. Look at this cutscene. Awesome. With these big robots. With lasers. Nice. It can't be a big robot if there are no lasers, huh? Let's go, Shadow. Ooh, this guy's got multiple. Let me show you my strategy for dealing with this guy. Just run past him. Look at that. This is what the Ultimate Life Form would actually do in real life. Just run past him. Don't fight that guy. Except this guy. You do this, and then you do that. And it's awesome. Okay. Look at this. So cool. I was a huge fan of the Shadow sections. I'm glad that, you know, Shadow obviously has different abilities. But he and Sonic are a lot different in terms of gameplay, and they really illustrate that really nicely. And I got intimidated by these enemies. I'm like, whoa. Okay. Out of my way. Excuse me, sir. I need to get up here. Don't mind me. This hedgehog needs to go places. I'm out of boost. I've used it too much. I was holding R2 like the whole time, by the way. Ooh, and now we have Doom's Eye. This is so cool. Like all of this level transition stuff, it's so cool. Shadow. It's quite fitting that this is the last game I'm going to play of this year, you know. It's a shame too because I bought it when it first came out, but I really didn't play it until December. Just other things kind of got in the way. Here's the dash rings. Okay. We're going around and around. Look at this big city stuff. As I said, it's so cool. I don't mean to sound like a broken record or anything, but this stuff is really cool. Let me not miss this jump. I messed up the easy stuff, as you know. But look at this, man. Chaos Control. I don't have... Well, it's locked right now. I can't use it. Oh, I missed that jump entirely. But look at that. We recovered very nicely. Alright, Shadow. You see how long Shadow's levels are? Like, Sonic's levels would have been done by now. But as I said, it's a good thing. More gameplay, you know? I don't think repeat replays are going to be very enjoyable, though, because the levels are so long. But who knows? Of course, if you want to get 100% completion, which I'm not going to be doing, but if you want to get 100% completion, you have to collect all the gears for Shadow. You have to complete every level with an S rank. I 100%ed Sonic Colors, Sonic Frontiers, and Sonic Origins. And to be honest, when it came to Sonic Origins, the most difficult trophy in that game was the trophy for beating the final boss without taking any damage. Or you're getting an S rank, something like that. I think it was getting an S rank, which you can't take damage at all to get an S rank. And I swear that was the most annoying trophy I've ever gotten in my life. It was like really taking away from my enjoyment of Sonic Colors. I like Sonic Colors, that game's cool. But I decided for this game, I'm not gonna worry with it in terms of like getting the all the trophies. I'm smashing R1, by the way. Look at that technique. There you go, Doom's Eye. This is so cool. I mean, look at all this. I actually missed that Doom's Eye the first time I was playing this game. And just to get a little faster time, to guarantee sub 5. As you see there, Shadow's took just under 5 minutes. His takes a while. His levels are like 5 minutes. Sonic's are like 3. Well, I mean, maybe first playthrough it'll be a little bit longer because, you know, you die a lot, but... Alright, what else can we do? The boss fights are cool, too. We'll go straight for Tokyo, just to play this one. This is the movie DLC, with Keanu Reeves voicing the titular Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, I guess the movie is called Sonic. I was talking about the DLC for Shadow. You get this big opening cutscene, this wonderful cityscape, and you get Keanu Reeves as Shadow. It's very nice. Look at this, just wonderful. I'm gonna skip the cutscene though. You know, I think this movie DLC is definitely a great addition to the game, but it's like 1 level and 2 challenges. There are some collectibles you can get. But you get to hear Keanu Reeves as Shadow, so I think it's worth it in that case. Here's Chaos Control. Let me not mess this up. Alright. As I mentioned earlier, I really love Keanu Reeves. Oh, messed that up. Let me go back. I'm trying to speed through here, because, you know, I gotta go fast. That's a big thing. Okay, let's go this way. Very nice. This movie DLC is great. A little bit short, in my opinion, but whatever. You know, it's extra content. It's always good. I'm glad that they really do care about this game. They put a lot of effort into it, which is nice because it shows that they still somewhat care. I thought Sonic Frontiers was great. I know a lot of people didn't like Sonic Frontiers, but I thought it was cool. Oh, let me get up here somehow. I thought Sonic Frontiers was cool, you know. A lot of people didn't really like it, which I understand. It was a lot different than a traditional Sonic game, but I thought it was wonderful. Get past these guys here. Very nice. I love the cityscapes too, it's so cool. Oh, I missed that. Can you believe I missed the spring? Or the bumper, I guess. And now we're on a big train. What do you know? I still got chaos control. They won't let me use it because I'm in a cutscene though. This is good promotion for the movie too, as if the movie needed enough promotion. But to mention what I said at the very beginning of this video, it's the new year, you know, new opportunities and all that stuff. I understand a lot of people really do celebrate the new year. I don't really, but you know, I understand why people care about it so much. It's a time to reflect, a time to look back, and I get that, you know. It's important to reflect a lot of times. It's important to think about where you've been because it'll give you a good idea of where to go, you know. Just remember what I said earlier about being honest with yourself. And don't be so hard on yourself, you know. Just don't create traps that you fall into. Just understand that things happen sometimes, and that's just the way it is. You know? I guess take it a day at a time. I mean, that's what I've done, really. And this is a bit of a personal story, but it's true. Late 2021, I want to say maybe September, October, I wasn't doing the best. Like, absolutely I wasn't. But to be honest, the Sonic R soundtrack really helped me out at that time. And I know this might sound a little silly to some people, but it's true, right? You know, different things help out different people, and you can't really consider something to be silly if it legitimately helps somebody out, you know? But the Sonic R soundtrack legitimately made me feel like, you know, everything's gonna be alright, so that was nice. Oh, I got hit. Oh, this section's so tough. That's the most unscathed I've been after this section. So as this year comes to an end and as the new year begins, I guess just hang out with the people you care about the most, because that is going to help you out a lot. It's very important to hang around people who are good influences on you, people who care about you, and people who want to see you thrive. So no matter what you do to live, thrive, and survive, as the Blues Brothers said, there are some things that make us all the same, right? Perfect. And that's true. We all go through struggles. We all go through things that we would much rather not. But to quote Milk Can, as I said earlier, when pain comes along, just go with the flow. Don't turn your back to your problems. Just give it a go. And also to quote Bob Marley and the Wailers, everything is going to be all right. So remember, keep your head up. And as always, remember to keep it rocking and rolling. Thanks for stopping by.